Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Thomas Forrester seems to have finally accepted Brooke Logan as his father, Ridge Forrester's wife. Has Thomas truly accepted Brooke into the family, or is Thomas just waiting to strike again? Fans were stunned by Thomas's sudden change of heart when it comes to Brooke. Thomas was raging 1 minute and suddenly backing down and accepting Brooke's hand the next before telling his father that he understands Ridge's feelings. Ridge had to make Thomas leave Brooke alone when he came into the office and threaten him if he put hands on her again. Thomas has always been a master manipulator, especially when it comes to his family. Thomas has never accepted Brooke. Thomas stalked Brooke's daughter and even kept her child from her as well. Thomas has already hinted that he could be going off once again. Thomas even threatened Brooke, implying that he would make her disappear. Thomas then changed like a light switch. Thomas knows that continuing to rant and rave about Brooke is only going to lead to Ridge being much more protective of her. However, Thomas can make plans in the background while making plans to get rid of Brooke without him knowing it. The bold and the beautiful writers tend to let Thomas's mood to yo-yo back and forth before and probably will again. Thomas may be planning to gaslight Brooke again like he did with the CBS call before. Now that Taylor Hayes has moved out as well, Thomas may be furious. Thomas has blamed Brooke for years because his parents weren't together. Thomas is not just going to let this happen without trying to stop this union. Thomas should know by now that he cannot change things. If he could make things happen, he would have been with Hope Logan. Annika Noel would have married him when she finally decided to give him a chance. Unfortunately, Thomas never got the girl, and he has now broken up with Paris Buckingham Diamond White. Has Thomas finally realized that he cannot make people do what he wants them to do? Thomas cannot force his father to love Taylor more than Brooke. Thomas cannot force anyone to love him as well. How long will it be before Brooke makes a mistake that upset Ridge? What will happen to give Thomas reason to go after Brooke again? For months now, the bold and the beautiful has painted Thomas Forrester as a man on a mission to redeem himself. After years of manipulation, obsession, and schemes, he seemed determined to turn over a new leaf, especially when it came to his relationships with Hope Logan, Douglas, and the rest of his family. But in the world of daytime drama, redemption rarely comes without shadows lurking in the background. Viewers are beginning to wonder, is Thomas's transformation genuine? Or is it just another setup for his inevitable fall? Thomas has insisted repeatedly that he is no longer the man who once manipulated Hope's life and faked relationships just to be close to her. His apologies have been convincing, his demeanor calm, and his father Ridge has even voiced cautious optimism that Thomas finally understands what it means to take responsibility for his actions. But longtime fans know better. This is Thomas Forrester we're talking about. The man who has orchestrated elaborate schemes in the past. While soap operas thrive on growth arcs, they also thrive on shocking twists. Could it be that Thomas is simply playing the long game this time, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal that his so-called redemption was just a carefully crafted performance? Much of Thomas's history of trouble stems from his all-consuming obsession with Hope Logan. While Hope has extended grace to him time and again, her trust has always come at a steep cost. She's seen Thomas at his worst, yet she can't completely cut ties because of Douglas. Recently, Hope has even started to see Thomas in a different light, acknowledging his efforts to be a good father and a better man. That kind of recognition could be the spark Thomas has been waiting for. If he hasn't truly changed, Hope's sympathy and willingness to forgive might give him just enough of an opening to pull her back into his orbit. Spoilers suggest that Thomas's charm offensive is far from over. He may not need outright manipulation this time. Simply letting Hope's compassion lead the way might be enough. But if his true intentions are darker, then all of this new Thomas act is just bait in a carefully laid trap. The Forrester family has been burned by Thomas before, particularly Steffi and Ridge. They've defended him in the past only to be embarrassed when his manipulations came to light. This time, Ridge is far more cautious. While he wants to believe in his son's reformation, part of him knows that if Thomas hasn't truly changed, the fallout could be devastating. Meanwhile, Steffi has her own doubts. As much as she loves her brother, She has seen him relapse into obsession too many times to count. Steffi's protective instincts over both her family and Hope are bound to kick in if she sees the slightest crack in Thomas's good guy facade. Could Steffi be the one to uncover the truth if Thomas is just biding his time? One of the biggest reasons Thomas has tried to reform himself is his son, Douglas. The little boy has often been used as a pawn in Thomas's schemes, but now Thomas swears he's putting Douglas's well-being first. Viewers, however, know that promises in the soap world can be fleeting. If Thomas hasn't truly changed, Douglas could once again be caught in the middle of heartbreak. Hope has been like a second mother to him, and if Thomas manipulates their relationship for his own ends, it could devastate Douglas's trust in his father. Soap watchers know that nothing brings a redemption arc crashing down faster than hurting a child, and that could be Thomas's undoing. Too good to be true? In daytime dramas, the phrase, too good to be true, is practically a guarantee that it is. The timing of Thomas's transformation, when Hope is vulnerable, when Ridge and Brooke are working through their own struggles, and when the Forrester family needs stability, seems a little too convenient. What if Thomas is simply waiting for the perfect storm to strike? A scenario where Hope is emotionally fragile, Douglas is firmly in his corner, and Ridge finally trusts him again? That would give Thomas the power he's always craved. The question is, when will the cracks begin to show? The waiting game. If Thomas is still the master manipulator underneath, patience might be his greatest weapon. Rather than rushing into schemes as he did before, he could be plotting a slower, more subtle strategy that would make his eventual reveal even more shocking and devastating for everyone who believed in him. Imagine Thomas regaining Hope's trust, repairing his reputation with the family, and even earning Douglas's full admiration, only to reveal that he hasn't changed at all. Such a betrayal would shake the foundation of the Logan and Forrester families in ways that no one could anticipate. The ripple effect. If Thomas backslides, it won't just affect Hope. Brooke has always been skeptical of him, and if her instincts prove right yet again, it could further divide her from Ridge. Liam, too, will have plenty to say, especially if he feels that Hope is being dragged back into Thomas's chaos. The fallout could lead to family warfare, romantic entanglements unraveling, and Douglas's future once again in question. Thomas's actions, if they turn sinister, wouldn't just destroy his own reputation. They could implode the fragile balance across the canvas of the bold and the beautiful. Or could it be real this time? Of course, the biggest twist of all might be that Thomas really has changed. Soap viewers are conditioned to expect the worst, but sometimes writers pull the rug out by allowing genuine growth. What if Thomas's redemption is real, and everyone's suspicion is the actual villain of the story? That path could lead to new storylines, like Thomas genuinely falling for someone new, building a strong co-parenting relationship with Hope, and slowly winning over Ridge and Steffi's full trust. But let's face it, happily ever after rarely lasts long in Los Angeles. Final thoughts. Whether Thomas Forrester has truly changed or is just setting the stage for another shocking downfall, one thing is certain: his story is far from over. The bold and the beautiful thrives on the tension between redemption and relapse, love and manipulation, trust and betrayal. Thomas's journey is perched right on that razor's edge. If his change of heart is genuine, it could be one of the most surprising evolutions in soap history. But if it's all an act, fans had better buckle up, because the storm Thomas unleashes when he strikes again will be one for the ages. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.